Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Can everyone hear me? I've been having some difficulties with my microphone recently. Can everyone hear me? We have 8 people here. Can someone please let me know if they can hear me? You can write in the chat on the right-hand side here. Pauline, perfect. Thank you very much, Pauline. How are you? I haven't had the opportunity to meet you yet. How are you, Pauline? Thank you very much, Sari, for your response. It's very kind of you. How are you? How's your day been, Sari? And I'm very sorry if I have difficulties in pronouncing your name. Sari and Pauline, it's great to have you here. We're just going to talk for a couple of minutes while we allow everyone to come into the video. You're good, fantastic, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. What has everyone been doing today? I'm great to hear that, Sari. I'm really glad to see everyone's doing okay. Hi, Agathe, I'm sorry again if I pronounce your name wrong. It's great to have you all here. And Elsie too from yesterday. You had some fantastic answers to our daily routines in English. We're going to start with some basic phrases in English, what we normally do to start our day. And then later on, we're going to talk about our daily routine in perhaps a business environment. But let's just wait for a couple more minutes to see if we can get some more people on. I know we're expecting some new students today. So perhaps in this time, you can all tell me what you've been doing today. And while you're writing, I'm going to tell you what I did in my day. So it's been pretty easy so far. I've had a couple of lessons. I then needed to prepare for this lesson now with you guys. I had lunch, which was very nice. And I also did some reading today, which was fantastic. Some of us have been teaching, as Vanessa has here. Of course, it's part of our job. Vanessa is another teacher at Cercle. Pauline is working from home. Yes, I think télétravail en français, you say? Yes, I'm sure most of us are working from home. How are you finding working from home, Pauline? Is it easy? Do you find it difficult? What do you think? I think it's fun. I think as long as you have everything you need with you, it's very easy to do. You need all of your home comforts. You need to have your drink, and you need to take regular breaks. It's nice to be working from home when you have your home comforts around. Okay, we're starting to get a couple more students coming in now, so let's get started with the lesson. But I do agree with you, Pauline. Sometimes those home comforts can be quite distracting. Okay, so our daily routine. Just like yesterday, we started with a fun fact. And now I would like to do the same thing again today. So, fact number 1. Should we have some fun like yesterday? I'm going to ask you what you think the answer is to these facts. Okay, so fact number 1 are, it would help if I write it in the chat, I think. Okay, there are how many steps in the Eiffel Tower? How many steps do you think are in the Eiffel Tower? So a step is when you go up the stairs to another room. How many? That was close to what I thought, Pauline. I'm afraid it's not the correct answer. Perhaps someone else can get a little closer. I don't want to say if it's more or less. I want to see what everyone thinks. 4,500. Yes, an excellent guess, Vanessa. It's a really, doesn't know it's a lot. It is a lot. Axel, yeah, it's a very good guess. Maybe if they were making 9,999 steps, they'd want to put just one more in to make it a round number. Oh, Johan, that's a fantastic guess there. I think you are the closest. There are actually 1,710 steps, which is amazing. I find that, yeah, it's not what I was expected. So well done, Johan. You were the closest answer there. Fantastic. Okay, the last fact before we get started on the lesson. Okay, in 2017, more people were injured by what more than shark attacks? Okay, so now, I'm sorry that took me a while to write. It's difficult with my French keyboard. What caused more injuries in 2017 than shark attacks? So this is just a fun fact. I'd like those caused that horrible malaria parasite to spread. Selfie accidents. Pauline, I feel like you researched that online. You are correct, Pauline. The answer is selfie accidents, but what was everyone else going to write? Has someone not responded yet? Pauline, you're exactly right. Selfie accidents caused more injuries than sharks in 2017. So, yeah, try and be safe when you're taking selfies. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Thank you all for joining us. I would quickly like to start to introduce the video. Again, for those of you who have just joined us, we're going to be talking about daily routines today. We're going to start with some simple vocabulary to ease everyone into the lesson today, and then we'll move on to more business vocabulary later on in the lesson. So we will be talking more about what we do at work, common mistakes that people might make in referring to what they do. And as normal, guys, please write anything in the comments. We really enjoy your contributions and it's fantastic. So our daily routine. Let's start with an open question. What does everyone do? I want to tell you how I start my day, but then I don't want to give you any answers. We have some fantastic answers from the previous question. Dolphin attacks is a fantastic guess, Vanessa. But back to the daily routine. How does everyone start their day? Okay, Valley's got the first comment here. Have a cup of coffee. When I wake up, I feel very tired and I feel very, very slow. What I need to have is a cup of coffee to wake me up and get me going for the day. That's a fantastic contribution, Valley. Does no one else wake up? Does no one else have a routine? Okay, here we go. Fantastic. So Elsie brushes. You brush your teeth. Of course, I hope everyone does that. It's very important to remain healthy and your teeth require regular cleaning. So we brush our teeth in the morning and in the evening. That's a fantastic answer, Elsie. Ahmed, take breakfast. Yes, we can take breakfast. It's often more common to say you have breakfast in the morning. Okay, we don't say we take breakfast, but we have breakfast, and that's a fantastic contribution. I find it very difficult to start work if I haven't had breakfast. I normally have an apple or some cereal, and it gets me going for the day. Okay, Elsie, fantastic. So wash is spelt without the first H. It's just W-A-S-H. What does washing mean for you? Does it mean wash the table? Wash the car? Okay, I think Agatha has already just answered that question. Have a shower or take a shower, as Ellen has correctly pointed out. That's fantastic. It's very important to stay clean, and these habits are really helpful when we start our day. These are fantastic answers, guys. Pauline has suggested that we open the window to refresh the air in our rooms. That's also a great suggestion. Okay, let's move on. Shirt. Does anyone know? Again, it's part of everyone's daily routine, so it's important for you all to know this kind of vocabulary. Perhaps you want to explain to a family member or a friend what you're doing in the morning. If you're attending an important business meeting, it's really important that you wear something. Okay, I'll give you all a chance to respond. But yes, we're all having really good suggestions here. Wash a cat and watch TV. Yes, I guess everyone has a different routine based on what is more specific to them. 30 points there, Ahmed. Perhaps it's my connection today. I'm receiving the answers a little bit later than I think you are writing them. But let me help. Okay, so I got dressed this morning. Okay, when we say we get dressed, we're referring to the action of putting on clothes. Thank you very much, Hamid. Okay, the next point I'd like to talk about is our work routine. Okay, so Cercle is a business-focused English company. And of course, we try and encourage you to talk in a very professional manner. And of course, if when you're at work, we want to make sure that you're talking grammatically correct and you're using the right vocabulary. So we've all talked about our daily routine. I now want you all to write about your work routine. What do you do at work? Okay, who haven't we heard from for a while? Elsie, what do you do in your work routine? Johan, you as well. What is your work routine? What things do you do at work? Sari, you too. We haven't heard from you for a while. What are your work routines? What does everyone do at work? Fantastic, Elsie. Open letters and mail. Okay, I'm not sure if you're responding to with a postcard. I think on here. Okay, this is a letter. Okay, so if you're saying to someone that you're opening letters, people are going to think that you're doing this. If you're talking about emails, perhaps you're arranging a meeting or you're talking about a project with a colleague, but we talk about answering emails. Okay, answering and sending emails, but that's fantastic, Elsie. Thank you for starting us off. We have some more the jobs and tasks you do in a day of work as a physician. Okay, so Ahmed seems to check his connection. He wants to make sure that he's ready to start his day of work. Fantastic, Ahmed. It's very important to be prepared for your day. Agath is fantastic, sending emails and making presentations. I'd love to hear, Agath, what presentations that you're making. Are you making them for your company? Are you making them for a client, a friend? I'd love to hear more about your presentations. Elsie, you are preparing the material for working. A dentist, a surgeon, okay, that's fantastic. So I understand when you're a dentist, you need to have all of your different tools at your disposal. They need to be ready so you can give the client a really good service. Ahmed checks his emails, resolves issues and tickets affected. Okay, that's fantastic. So I think checking emails is a very common answer we have here. Okay, a lawyer, draft reports. That's a fantastic piece of vocabulary there. So drafting reports is when you start to write, when you create this report, you're creating a document. That's a fantastic vocabulary word to use there, Valley. Assist training. Perhaps you have other people who've come into your company and you need to train them. So when you train someone, it's the act of showing them what you need to do. Okay, that's fantastic, Valley, and it sounds like a really interesting position. I like training people. I think it's really interesting to help someone in your field, and I find it's a great opportunity to meet people and get to know them on a more personal level. So that's a really interesting part of your job. Prepare interview outlines. That's a fantastic point. And I would also like to point out that a future lesson will be on interview questions, and that will be fantastic to hear all of your answers. I'm sure all of you have been in that position where you've been stuck and you're not sure what to say in an interview question. So I'd love to hear all your input in that future lesson. Okay, so thank you again all for your contributions. Now I'd like to talk about some common mistakes in English. Okay, so we all talk about our routine, whether our boss is asking us what we're doing or our family are asking us what we do in our job. Sometimes it's very easy to make very simple mistakes. So I am going to write 4 small phrases. Okay, it might take me a while because it's quite long, but bear with me. I'm going to write 4 phrases. One of them is going to be incorrect, and you all need to tell me which one you think is incorrect. So I am going to start. Okay, so please try and refrain from writing while I write these down. So we have talk to someone, call to someone, reply to someone, or we write to someone. Okay, I did put loads of spaces in between, but it seems to have just combined all my phrases. So if you try and separate them, have talk to someone, call to someone, reply to someone, and write to someone. That's supposed to say write. So Johan thinks call to someone. So does Elsie. What does everyone else think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Everyone seems to think call to someone. Let's see what everyone else thinks. There are 16 people here. There's no excuse. Let's hear what you have to say. Don't be shy. No one's going to judge you for making a mistake. So far, the majority of the group seems to think call to someone is incorrect. Pauline agrees. Okay, I think everyone agrees. And well done. Everyone is correct. It's incorrect to say call to someone. I was just about to give you the correct answer when Ahmed has helped me out. We just say call someone. Let's say there's a problem with a project or a meeting. I would say, I will call my boss. I will call my friend. We don't say, I will call to my boss. I will call to my friend. That is incorrect in English. We just say, call someone. I will call him or call her. Fantastic, guys. Really well done. Okay, so the next exercise, again, I'm going to write each phrase separately because I want you to see it clearly and I want you to pick the incorrect phrase. So we have discuss about, talk about, argue about, and write about. Which do we discuss about something? Do we talk about something? Do we argue about something? Is the preposition. Elsie, Pauline. Okay, we have maybe a 50-50 split here. What does everyone else think? Valley thinks it's to discuss on a topic, not about something. So it looks like there's just a couple. Okay, I'm going to give the answer because it seems like we're all a little unsure. First, I'd like to clarify the correct answers. So I'm glad to see no one has dismissed write about or talk about. I could write about my favorite historical period. I could write about my favorite building. It's certainly correct to say write about. We can also talk about different subjects. I could talk about my favorite celebrity. I could talk about my weekend. It is correct to say argue about. We can say we argue about a specific topic. And it is incorrect to say we discuss about a certain topic. When we use the word discuss, there is no need for the preposition about. We can just say we discuss work. We discuss this. We discuss that. There's no need for the preposition about. So well done, Johan, Sally, and Valley. But well done everyone else for trying. It's great to see you participating. Okay, I've got one more of these guys. So everyone seemed to understand the first topic. The second one was a little more difficult. Let's see how you do on the third topic. Okay, so the last one is, hopefully this will be faster if I have to copy it. I don't want to keep you all waiting. So we have schedule a meeting. Is that correct? We have cancel a meeting. We also have chair a meeting, or make a meeting. Which one do you think is incorrect? Which one is something you cannot say in English? Which is incorrect? Which one is chair a meeting? It's very interesting, Belly. Let's see what the other responses we have are. I think it's very difficult. And I think it's very related to people who are organizing meetings, who are planning them. I have many students of mine who are, it's their job to arrange the meeting, the location. So there's lots to think about when you're having a meeting. And there's loads of different vocabulary which you can use to discuss about that certain topic. So let's have a look. Okay, so Valley again says chair. Elsie thinks it's make a meeting. Ahmed thinks chair as well, so chair is looking quite a popular answer right now. Make a meeting. It is getting harder, Pauline. I do apologize for that. But hopefully you're learning that the harder an exercise is, the more you will learn, hopefully. Make a meeting. Okay, so it's a 50-50 again between chair and make a meeting. Okay, the incorrect vocabulary to use is make a meeting. We don't make a meeting. We use make if there is a physical thing that is being created at the end of an action. So for example, I can say, I will make a cake. Okay, at the end of that action, I have a lovely cake. It's something that I make. You can't make a meeting. You can arrange a meeting. You can schedule or plan a meeting, but you cannot make a meeting. It's very difficult, and it's a very common mistake to make. A lot of people have difficulties in recognizing whether to use make or do in English, but he has some fantastic contributions there, and thank you all for commenting. We have 5 minutes, and I think we can do something fun to end the lesson today. I always like to play some fun games. I think you all do too. So, do you know of a game called charades in French? Charades, perhaps it has a different name? Okay, essentially, I will do an action in regards to a daily routine, and it is the first person to text or write the answer in the chat. So, Pauline, I will do an action like how I'm trying to think of an action. Let's say this, brush my teeth. Okay, so I will do this, and it's the first person to write down brush your teeth. Okay, so I'm going to focus on all of the daily routines that we discussed in the lesson today. Okay, does everyone understand? Fantastic, Aline. So I was brushing my teeth. I think you will all understand when we start to play the game, okay? So I want you to tell me the routine, what we call the actions, okay? What's this? If I'm at the office, What is this? Hello? Okay, exactly. Calling. Fantastic. We take a call. We make a call. We can call a colleague. We can call a friend. Fantastic. I think I was just about to say it's important to have the whole phrase, so make a call. And Pauline, you very quickly corrected yourself, which is fantastic. But yes, guys, if you try and use really long sentences to encourage your English, that would be perfect. And we have some excellent answers here. Okay. The next activity is, okay, this is difficult on webcam. It's coming in the morning, maybe not at work. What's this one? Loads of water. No one. I don't want to keep doing it. I think I look silly. Thank you, Johan. You've saved me from looking silly and carrying on doing that. Fantastic. Taking a shower. So in the morning, it's really important to stay clean and stay healthy. Yeah. I think, Elsie, my actions were really bad. So perhaps I could have been brushing my hair. Maybe some people have hair, which is really big. But yes, taking a shower, that was fantastic. I think, Johan, you were first there. Okay, the next one is, okay, this is a hard one, but I want to see if any of you can get the answer. So this is, imagine I have my headphones on, I'm just, Hajar. Hajar's straight in there. Exactly. When we go to work, that's also an important part of our routine. Okay, I was thinking the subway, but there's no way of you to know, Hajar, that I'm on the subway. The bus. We have a special word for traveling to work. Does anyone know what that word is? There's a special word beginning with C that we use to describe our specific journey to work. I'll be very impressed if someone knows that word. But yes, everyone is correct here, taking the bus or taking the subway. Does anyone know the word beginning with C? I think Francois has got the correct answer there. Commuting. Yes, we often refer to our commute as our journey to our workplace. The people who are traveling to work are called commuters, and the action is commuting. Okay, so in a business environment, it's a very important word to define the action of traveling to your work. Okay, thank you very much for joining today, everyone, and participating again. We have some fantastic students. I wish I could thank every single one of you. It's been really fun today again, and I really appreciate you joining. A little word again about our company. We are called Cercle, and we work on business English. We have face-to-face lessons, which we offer for free if you have a CPF. And the link to our website is just below the video. Please subscribe if you already haven't, so you can join our games and have as much fun as we do. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask on the chat. We will have another free lesson tomorrow at 3, every single weekday. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 3 p.m. we will have these free lessons. And thank you all. You're very generous, all very kind, and I would really like to see everyone tomorrow. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a lovely day. See you guys.